Hello, hello, and welcome to Old Dad's World. Hello, hello. Old Dad here. Well, this is my Java world, and this is my old Java world where I have all the days in and everything like that. And I'm going to use that loosely because even though I have several thousand days into this Java world, let's just be real. A few hundred of them was just fishing. But what I did here was I made a portal on the bedrock of the nether. And I did a tower up and I put all my stuff in an ender chest on top of the tower and I grabbed I grabbed four totems. And I jumped off that tower, popped the totem, then wandered and wandered and wandered. And eventually I find this area and it is like all the way in between a birch forest, uh, dark oak, and we've got a jungle biome. I mean, just a beautiful area to start over. And at this point in the game, I mean, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I can say at this point, I have no clue of where that portal is. I mean, I wandered off pretty far from it. If I go up to this tower that I built, I can't find it. But my goal here is basically starting a fresh game with a little benefit. And that little benefit is I had three totems. I keep starting new games and stuff like that. I go onto the server and I start fresh. I've been doing my bedrock forever, and recently I seen the video. Well, my young lad, my boy, was telling me about the videos where I would just fly off and like look for a new place. Well, on my Java world, I can't do that because I have done so much on this Java world that it's pretty hard to fly off, find a new place. So that's why I went above the bedrock to find it. Now, ongoing, my plan is to start over, find some armor, hopefully get some enchantments going, hopefully get me some decent tools. But also, one of my goals in this was to find a ruined nether portal. Because I thought to myself, if I find a ruined nether portal, that would be the goal. I could link it back with my regular nether portals and things like that so that this village or this build could work its way into all my other stuff, and this will be just part of my regular Java experience. So my next goal was to start a farm, to get books, to get everything I need. So I got me some cows, I got me some sugar cane. I go over here, I start making a place where I can do enchantments. Then I have to find the diamonds to do it. But I found a few, so I was even able to make a pickaxe, which made me really happy. And then I just started spamming torches, running one direction, because I figure if I go one direction far enough, I'll eventually be able to find a ruined nether portal, find something like a village, so anything to get me started, anything to get me a little ahead. In a large way, once I found a bed, it was just a matter of getting, this is like basically a fresh world. And as a note, whenever I first started this world, in order to survive the nights, on the first couple nights, I basically just dug a hole and put a piece of dirt above my head and waited it out. But then after that, we're here. I I bring shovels with me after I get some light going. I start doing it. All the steps came in absolutely last because eventually I need more. I build houses along the way, just little huts, just little places to stop off and be safe. And that's where we are right here. This is one of the early huts. And I can go here. I can stop off. I can go to sleep. It'll be daytime again. And that will make it to where I can go further from here. But all of this, thanks to the road, is walking distance back to my original place. I've got pigs. A wandering trader gave me a couple leads, and I was able to get a couple pigs in here. Sadly enough, though, I have nothing to feed them, so I only have two pigs. No zombie was kind enough to give me a carrot or anything like that. I've yet to get potatoes. I've just been breading it, and I've got meat from different things that, I've gotten along the way. Eventually, my cows bred up enough, my sheep bred up enough to where I can get all sorts of stuff off of them. And here it is. I find me another portal. And once I found the nether portal, I just started I'm like, I need stuff. Now, right here is where you can realize I was just having fun with working in here, working in this area. I flatten out the land. I make it look nicer. I put a place to where I can be safe. If I die, like when I go to the nether portal, I'll end up right there. I make a tree farm. I make a cobblestone generator. I get a couple buckets of lava. And I go ahead and I make a lava farm here. That way I can actually have stone because I don't have silk touch yet. But all this stuff so that when I go through the nether portal, I'm that much better, right? So when I do up my tree farm, I do it up in the way that I did my last tree farm, which is I put something real high above it. And I always I would much rather have scaffolding, but I haven't encountered that many spiders. So it's a ladder. But as I'm doing this, off here in the distance, I'm like, look at that. That's a village. So then my goals change. And I go from just to go through the portal to, hey, wait a minute, this could be so much more. I can add to it. I can go to the village. Now, right here, you're going to notice there's no capture way. So I just have to stay here and get whatever I get from the tree. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit and got plenty of wood and things like that. And then my next goal is to get to this village. And first of all, I already have steps. I have steps. I have everything I need. I have shovels. I have a cobblestone generator now. So the different things that I need as far as that goes is so much easier for me to get. There's bamboo there. I got sticks. I got tools. I'm able to just keep going and keep going. When you see the tower, you know that that's the point where I realized this is a lot further than I thought it was. It looks like it's just way off on the, just right over there. But it's not just right over there. It's got some distance to go. But I'm having fun with it. And there is no time, there is no amount of time. Don't get me wrong. I thought about making this an entire series and just for every house showing you me building the house and different things like that. But I've been working a lot. I've been exhausted. That's a lot of editing. So I decided to just give you a tour and show you where I'm at so far on this project because it's been so fun. And outside of the working and exhausting and things like that, there's been times where I've just been sitting here zoning out, playing the game, and just loving it. And then I clean up the village. I terraform some areas. I seal the villagers in their houses, and then I start fencing around it. After I fenced around it, I start like fixing everything up. At a certain point, you're going to notice that there's some gates around the houses because once I released them, sometimes I'd see villagers out here, and I realized when they were sleeping, when they would wake up, they would end up outside of the fence sometimes. So some of the houses I had to fence around the houses. I went ahead and I got some stuff. I enhanced the village by population. I gave them jobs. I went ahead and none of my farmers yet take wheat. Just to throw that out. None of them take wheat yet. They all take other stuff, the stuff that I don't have yet. I built a little house there. It needs a better roof, but this is a work in progress. I add crops and this and that, and it's all just stuff to sell to the village, um, get emeralds. I have a couple other workstations that will eventually be worked in there whenever I'm having a slow day and I just want to take and break lecterns just to get mending. I have that ability now because I made a couple lecterns to go with me. And as you can see, I've just been having a lot of fun with this. You'll notice a different color right there, and that is because I had one of them green villagers, and uh, that was a hole that he had fell into and drowned. Uh, we'll just leave it at that because he was pretty useless. But you'll see these guys here, I really wanted because I wanted buckets, I wanted campfires. That kind of thing's going to make it easier on me. These guys are going to give me my early emeralds and make it to where I can eventually buy tools. And now I got my lecterns, which I haven't even started those yet. It started out one iron golem. There's several iron golems now. Um, I feel really safe in this village, I'll tell you that. Again, none of these guys take my wheat yet. I'll have to break those and eventually get that to where I need it, to where they'll start like buying wheat. And I worked all the way around this whole area. I love it. Hey, what do you think of it? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I'll see you next time. Later.